Show. YouTube Cole Spivey. Yeah, man.
Sweet. Look at this right here. Look at that.
Please subscribe show. YouTube Cole Spivey. Yeah, man.
Did you hear me, sweetie?
Yeah, I grabbed this one.
Okay. No, you do have the memory.
That's the soft one.
Alright, so we got a good memory foam. That one.
Trying to see where the other one is. Oh, this is the other one. I didn't even open it.
Where's the other one?
The other one's Shadow and Fog. They're both $1.25.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got two movies?
No, I bought the other one a few months ago for $1. I think it was actually $1. It's before they went up to 25 cents. Or maybe it's $1.25. I don't know. I'm going to put these two up right here. In my comedy section right here. It's mostly comedies. There. Julie Smith made a comment.
Really? What did she say?
I don't know. I just saw the first part of it. One of them's from New Jersey or New York or something like that. I don't know if it's Julie Smith. Do you remember where she's from?
She's from like Jersey or something.
Oh, crap. I just saw your Discover card. That right there is the new studio. That'll beat out all the studios. Touchstone, 20th Century Fox, Warner Brothers, all of it. They'll eat it all up. That right there. They're going to take over everything. That and Google. In 2020, according to statistics, Hollywood movies only made a revenue of about $2.09 billion. PlayStation pulled out $24+ billion out of the entertainment industry. They're towering over Hollywood. So welcome to the Please Subscribe show.
I'm Linda.
And I'm Cole. And we're going to the new a new location where they serve breakfast food. And we're going to find out the dilemma that's going on today. So I would like to show you everything in detail, but I can talk about it later. So I'm just kind of giving you a heads up.
Yes, hi. Okay, we're gonna be late. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got to run. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Join us. That's the Trinity River right there. This is, you can hear the train, you hear it? So this is the zoo. I guess they're having zoo day. This must be, there goes a guy in a Vespa. It's probably a philosophy professor. This is, looks like hello something. Yeah, this is a big time event going on at the zoo. Couldn't see the sign, it just said, there's the iguana. You can see the iguana. There must be something going on. It's like packed at the Fort Worth Zoo. What is it? Is it a Monday? What? Oh, it's a Wednesday. Sorry, I didn't know the day. Yeah, it's a Wednesday. Sorry. I guess they're, you know, big. Oh, there's Log Cabin Village right there.
School's ending, so it's probably end of the year trip.
End of the year zoo day? Probably zoo day is what I'm thinking. So here's a billboard for Frog Ball. I guess this is TCU baseball right here. And there's the Spanish apartments I lived in right when I ran off to Chicago. I came back there too. I lived right on the right-hand corner right there, on the right side. So right now TCU is doing Women of the Bible, and they were founded in 1873. But they're doing a whole series of Women of the Bible. And there's the Mary D. and F. Howard Walsh Center for Performing Arts right there. That's where they do Tennessee Williams occasionally. Oh, you see the dead squirrel? See the dead squirrel? She's going to the philosophy department to give them a 1-2. She's got some philosophy that she's making notes right now. She's about to do a 30-minute lecture. I was joking. No, I'm serious. She's actually getting ready to do one. Anyway, I'm gonna I'll tell you everything later. That's where Stage West used to be, and they moved it to the original spot on the other side of Fort Worth. I thought was something was funny right here by this Jimmy John's. It says The Box. I guess it's a shipping place, you know, where you like pack stuff up and ship it around. It says The Box where ship happens. And like right next to that is a pub. It's about $100,000 a semester to attend TCU. So by their first year, they're close to probably $200,000 in debt. Back in the day, it used to be $70,000 a semester. They're probably about as expensive as SMU. So I just looked it up, and it's actually $58,000 technically tuition is per semester, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, it may be for the year. But regardless, you have to pay for dining and books, so that brings it up another probably $10,000. So at least $60,000 to $70,000 for tuition alone. Well, $58,000 for tuition. That's a loan. So you're still probably racking up a bill of about 100 G's at least per year. So by the time you graduate, you're about $400,000 in debt, unless you have mommy and daddy bailing you out on that one. Okay, I stand to be corrected. It's $51,000 for the year, supposedly, for tuition. But still, regardless, it's still going to come out to about probably $80,000 a year, probably, after you're done. So still, you're racking up about $400,000 no matter what. Before, that's the old Stage West building. Actually, it helped open that building right there. You can kind of see it. We're on University. There's Linda. Hi. We just talked to the management there about how completely unprofessional the new manager is at the Addison store. So she's going to talk to HR to defend Linda, because we felt like Linda got a bad deal, and they lied and said that she threw the headset down. And I said that they had an issue with the headset, which didn't happen because I was there the entire time. And we felt that maybe that new management that came in, the new lady manager that came into that new store, was a little bit biased compared to other managers that we had worked with. and they just went right off on Linda. So we mentioned some names. We had to mention some names to talk and stuff, and she's going to talk to HR at the news store, and we're going to see what they say, because we don't think that they're completely, well, we don't think they're completely professional, because for one thing, we think there might have been some things going on that weren't completely legal at that one. Okay, meaning when it came to people taking 20s from the thing. There's a fuzzy take shop or taco shop taking 20s from the register. I never even noticed they had a taco shop here, Fuzzies. But anyway, we're gonna go up to something called the Hop, which the Hop actually is in the movie Born on the 4th of July. That Oliver Stone came to Fort Worth to film a set. Believe it or not, I don't know. This is rumor, okay? So I think this is actually true. My friend Rob, who's a playwright, he actually was directed by Oliver Stone when he was here. And it's a scene where Tom Cruise has come back, I believe, from Vietnam, and the lady's singing in the bar. So I have to go back and watch Born on the 4th of July, because I've only seen it 3 or 4 times. But supposedly Oliver Stone came to Fort Worth, don't know why, but he came here to film that sequence at the Hop. The Hop is also famous for bringing in like different bands. There was a band called Trio of One that used to perform there. They were somewhat famous. They're like a TCU band. I don't think Toadies, I don't know for sure if Toadies has ever performed there, but I think we passed it. Anyway, yeah, we passed it because that's Paschal right there. That's where Taylor Sheridan went to school, and I went to school there too. And Taylor Sheridan wrote Hell or High Water and was nominated for Best Screenplay. He's also an actor. So Taylor Sheridan went to Hollywood to be an actor. He also wrote Hell or High Water, and he used Jeff Bridges in that actual film, and it did very successful. And Ben Foster was in it too. There was a lot of really great actors in that movie, but if you ever watch Hell or High Water, watch Jeff Bridges' performance. This is Dutch Brothers Coffee, which my playwright friend I was talking about, this used to be a Dunkin's. He fell through the window of this right here. He fell through, and the window crashed. And his friend that was with him at the time went in and just ordered donuts as if nothing happened. So he just walked through. He didn't walk through the window. He fell over. He was just not balanced that day and fell into the window. This is Paschal. So that's what I wanted to go to. So the only, they got gates on it now. But the only thing about this school was when I went there was a punk rock scene. I was very much into the Smiths. So I was a big Morrissey fan. If you ever saw me in the hallways, I was wearing a Smith shirt, usually. Or Joy Division, maybe, if I was wearing a Joy Division shirt. But maybe Depeche Mode, too. But I was kind of I guess a new waver / punk. But my hair kind of looked punk, and I wore a leather jacket. And I got involved in basically the theater department here. Big time. This is West Barry right here. But I did get involved in the theater department, and John Templin was the guy's name, was the theater teacher who was, he had actually talked to Oprah Winfrey because he wrote a play about racism in college, which was called Redemption. It was about the civil rights. And so he actually got an interview with Oprah Winfrey and took her to lunch. So he was a little bit famous. I mean, people knew who he was. He wasn't super famous.
Can we go by that Kroger?
Yeah, we can go by the Kroger. But this is actually Paschal. Someone actually got shot when I was there in the 90s going to a Taco Bell. He'd come outside and they just drove up and shot him. They didn't kill him. And another friend of mine down the road, kind of where the Hop was, that says change is possible hope. He got shot too, but he was actually a punk guy. He was punk rock, and some skinheads drove up. Some neo-Nazi skinheads drove up while he was using the payphone and shot him in the stomach. It didn't kill him though, but he was in the hospital for a long time, and he had to recover. So there were some shootings at Paschal that happened kind of outside or in the area of the TCU area And luckily I survived. And I had I saw a assistant principal like almost assault one of the students there though. He like grabbed him, got in his face and all this stuff. So they were kind of rough. It was a rough school. There was some gang problems in the area. And it was right next to TCU, believe it or not. But one thing they did have was a great creative writing class too. I was under Bob Reed's creative writing class. I got into writing like poetry and short stories at Paschal. And Templin had us doing a lot of drama. We did everything from like Look Homeward Angel, Christopher Durang's The Marriage of Bet and Boo. We did a little short one-act play called Doing a Good One for the Red Man. Our UIL, we did pretty good. The first year we did, I think it was Mother Courage, Bertolt Brecht. I played the cook. And then we also did, the next year, we did Rivers and Ravines, Tom Jones. I actually played Tom, had the lead in that one. And then I had the lead in another Bertolt Brecht, which we almost went to state with, called The Good Woman of Sichuan, which was a pretty cool one. I'm trying to find the hop, and I think it's right here, but I don't know for sure. That's like a dental place. But it could be right over here. It's just so unrecognizable because they closed the hop. But I don't think it's there. This is off of Lubbock Street. I'm gonna go straight down this way and see if the hop, that's what I was looking for. That's gotta be it right over there. It's very strange. I have some old photos. I did post one on Facebook. So I could probably go through my archive on Facebook and find the old photo. But this is basically the area of it. This is so crazy because it looks so dang different. But anyway, Oliver Stone, like I said earlier, Oliver Stone did come to town for the Born on the 4th of July, and he did film a scene at the Hop, and my friend was in it. Yeah, this is also going around in a circle. Luckily, I actually got to go to Hollywood later, and I got to be directed by Frank Darabont, the guy who directed Shawshank Redemption and Moonlight Mile and stuff like that. I was actually a little tiny scene in The Majestic. That was my big claim to fame. My friend Rob, Oliver Stone went up to him and he kind of directed him and told him to kind of walk this way. He was like a background artist. He just walked over there, and Rob was kind of like a long hair glam rocker. He's into like hair bands, like Bon Jovi. But he was really into Fleetwood Mac. That was the band that he liked the most, because he had started a band. They started a band called Futnut, which I don't even want to talk about them. They got like closed down. They showed up at a venue, and they showed up with fireworks, and they set off fireworks in the actual audience and got closed down. They got kicked out of the venue. They were borderline punk. They dressed up like clowns. It was very strange. But I think his nickname was Bobo, and he was one of the singers in the band. Anyway, black cat.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I saw it. It's right down that way. See the black cat? I'm gonna move around this way. Yeah, I never
Kroger's
crossed.
that way.
I know, I'm moving this way. Black cat just went across right here, so we're gonna move. We're not gonna go through this one. We're gonna go to Kroger's. But look, that says TCU right there. Anyway, I wanted to go through that area because I wanted to show you where the Hop used to be. We'll try to find it. Some of these houses are like historic. It's got to be somewhere. But this is kind of like a party area. So if you're familiar with like TCU parties, they'll occasionally be, in one of these houses, because TCU has like a big party. They're kind of a party school. We'll find the Hop. We'll see what we're. Okay, so to find the Hop, you're at Berry Street and University right here. That's University. You can see it, and that's Berry Street right there. So you turn right if you're facing TCU. This is TCU right here. You turn right down here, and you go down this road, which basically we're on Berry Street right now. That's Fuzzy's. So it hasn't really been there that long. They used to be something else, a failed restaurant. Here it is. It's right here. See where it says barbecue and live music? This is where the Hop was. You can see the marquee right here. That's it right there. It says the Aardvark. So they changed the name before they closed it, called the Aardvark. And that's actually it. They're working on it like right now. But it says Love You MK Buster Mag or something like that. And it says barbecue at the top, live music right here. That's where he filmed the scene, right there on the outside. Probably people walking in to that area, the guy's walking out, but probably that's where they filmed it. You can see this little ball thing right there. I don't know if you can see it in the movie, but I'd have to go back to see if it's actually, if that's the actual one they used for the actual movie of Born on the 4th of July. This would be the back side area of it right here. So we can go down this way. Yeah, this is the back side of the hop. So if you were in a band...
Do not even dare.
I know, I'm turning around, okay? Anyway, so if you're basically like in a band back in the day and you're going to the hop, you'd probably load your equipment back through here. You can actually see in the place right there. That's the actual inside of it. Very small. It looks relatively the same though. Pretty cool. And they're reconstructing it right now. They're repurposing it right now. All right, so there's R.L. Paschal High School like I was talking about. So Bob Reed's class, which was creative writing, was right here. We would actually go out in this lot right over here to read our short stories right there. Pretty much close to where that kid was shot when he was going to Taco Bell back in the 90s. I was there through 1990 to 1993. I was there for 3 years. And that's where we would go right there to read our short stories. Okay, so this is actually the front entrance of Paschal High School right here. You don't have to hide or anything. It's gotten better though. Yeah, the gang violence has gone down. They were able to control it. But in the 90s, it was probably, you probably should be down like that in the 90s. The 90s, it was bad. It was pretty bad. There's a lot of gang problems in the 90s. They've extended some of it right here. This is Gus Bates Center. Okay, so I'm going to show you the back side of where the drama room would have been right here. So you'd pull up like right here. This was not here. This is brand new. This is like some kind of center. I don't know what it is. Center for whatever, athletics. This is where it was. This is so cool going back here. Okay, so we used to come back here after drama class. This is kind of like sometimes where we'd hang out. And the drama room was right there. You can see where the ivy is, right there. Where all that ivy is right there, that's where the drama room was located, the theater department. And on the other side, there was like a little theater where you could do plays. And my teacher was obsessed with Tennessee Williams. He was a big Tennessee Williams fan. So everything was Tennessee Williams this, Tennessee Williams that. If Tennessee Williams would have done this, then we will do it like Tennessee Williams, and Tennessee Williams, blah, 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 this, Tennessee Williams. But we never did any Tennessee Williams. They did do Tennessee Williams eventually. They did Glass Menagerie there. But we mostly did Bertolt Brecht. Don't know why. I don't know. We did political plays. But it was dangerous. I mean, there were, like I said, there were shootings. One guy was shot going to Taco Bell. Another guy was shot at 7-Eleven. And he was just a punk rock. It was like a punk rock kind of thing. And it was a skinhead. So it was like a skinhead gang. And they just shot him in the stomach. And it was like a really big deal. This is back in 1990, maybe 1990. Probably maybe 91. But anyway, I might show you where we opened a theater. My drama teacher quit eventually. He eventually quit Paschal, and he opened his own theater down the road. I might show you where that is as well. But we used to go down this road right here, because this is where we would park. So I had like a little car, a little red car. It was a Porsche. I had a 914 Roadster. It was a 1973 Porsche, I think. I think it came out pretty much when I was born. And I used to drive it back and forth to where I lived. But at first I used to have to walk, because when I first started going to Paschal, I didn't have a car, and I had to walk pretty much along the side of, or really pretty much on the railroad tracks. I walk across the railroad tracks, or follow the railroad tracks all the way basically to the back side of the school. And this is pretty much Paschal. Did you find it? Okay, this is basically, okay, we're on the other side of Barry, which is going to be close to Hemp Hill. This park right here is on the front side of the Catholic school that we actually opened the theater at, right there. You can see the park. It's right off of Lipscomb. And if you go further down here, you'll go to Hemp Hill. And when you turn right on Hemp Hill, you'll basically run into the nunnery where we opened the college. Over here on the left side over here, they used to have a punk rock venue. You can see the Barry sign right here. And they had a thing called Die, which was do it yourself. It was like punk rock kind of things. You can see it right over here. On the other side of that, there was a punk rock venue in the 90s called or actually late 90s. Probably a little bit after Nirvana broke up. It was right on the other side of that. It was under DIY, or do it yourself. Punk rock venue. That's what they called it. And you'll see it right there on Hemp Hill all around this